Network. Eagles running back Saquon Barkley's iconic hurdle versus the Jaguars was chosen for the cover of Madden 26. Saquon will also join the 99 Club as a 99-rated player, the game's highest. He's the first Eagles offensive player to be rated 99 for the game's launch. In other news, Lions center Frank Ragnow announced his retirement at the age of 29. Ragnow, a four-time Pro Bowler, spent his entire 7-year career in Detroit. Falcons head coach Raheem Morris said that tight end Kyle Pitts is dealing with an undisclosed injury and the team is being cautious with his return. Morris adding that Pitts has been in every meeting, just not out on the field. And receiver Stephon Diggs was present at Patriots OTAs yesterday after missing the voluntary workouts last week. Diggs suffered a season-ending ACL injury in Week 8 last year, but is on track to play Week 1. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/score. That's ethos.com/score.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx saved you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx users are compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
And it is 7:30 on this Tuesday morning. We have got we got Jared in here. Jared, good morning.
Good morning, George.
Are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready.
You just rolled out of bed and came in running, right?
What's that?
I said you were so anxious you just rolled out of bed and came in running.
Yes, sir. Yeah, barefoot and everything.
Barefoot? Well, at least you're not pregnant. Anyway, that's an old joke. Are you ready to go with the birthdays?
Birthday time.
Got a bunch of birthdays here. The Irma P. Hall. Ever heard of Irma?
Nope.
Well, she's been around a while. She's 90 years old. She was in the movie Soul Food.
Oh, cool.
I thought was hilarious, but I don't remember her. But anyway, singers, a lot of singers today. Ian Hunter is 86 today. And Eddie Holman is 79. And we have others. Tristan Rogers, General Hospital. And The Young and the Restless is 79. You ever watch the soap operas?
No.
Yeah, did your mom?
I think my mom did for a little bit, like when I was really young. I don't really remember it too well.
I don't watch them. I thought they took them all off the air.
Say what?
I thought they took them all off the air.
I know. I wonder, are they still going? I guess they're still going strong.
I guess. I don't know. Penelope Wilton, she was in Downton Abbey, 79 years old. I'd never watched one episode of that. Susie Quattro, I heard of her. She's 75. Denise Williams is 75. Dan Hill is 71. A lot of singers. Susie Plaxton, she was in How I Met Your Mother. She's 67. Scott Valentine of Family Ties. He was like a wannabe Fonzie, wasn't he? He is 67. And guitarist Kerry King of Slayer is 61. Bassist Mike Gordon of Fish. You ever listen to Fish?
Yes, sir.
I heard a couple of theirs.
Oh, yes.
Not too bad. Fish. 60 years old today. TV journalist Anderson Cooper, 58 today. And he said, like, a little too serious. Country singer Jamie O'Neill is 57. Ariel and Gabriel Hernandez of No Mercy, 54 years old today. Those are our big shot birthdays. We got a few local birthdays. They're coming up next.
Goddard's Gold. From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO. Goddard's Gold.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Goddard's Gold.
Happy birthdays going out this morning to Alfredo Gallegos, Adriana Garcia, Christian Villascueta, Bob Kelton, Debbie McGee, Elizabeth Irving, Esteban Zambrano, Joanna Hernandez, Casimir Martinez, Martha Arias, Roland Estrada, Sylvia Petri, and Vincent Ocampo Jr. Have a wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary going out to David and Barbara Ellis. Happy anniversary to you guys.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And it is 7:34 on this Tuesday morning. Jared, was there an earthquake yesterday, last night?
Was there a what?
An earthquake.
I don't know.
Okay, the reason I asked is because a lady called, sounded frightened, and she wanted to know if there's an earthquake. And then she got very irate with me when I told her I couldn't find one.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel one, and nothing big, at least.
I couldn't find one anywhere.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I hope she's doing better.
Yeah, hopefully, hope she's okay.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
So, yeah, how was, you have any plans this week?
Do I have plans this week? I'm going to be sitting right here in this chair.
There you go.
And then go home and watch TV.
All right.
At my age, that is the routine.
And your grandchildren too old to be jumping on you now, right?
Oh, they jump on me, they'd crush me.
Uh-oh.
They're biggies. No, well, we've got the whole spectrum. We've got from 1 year old all the way up to, I think, Rick's almost 30.
Oh, wow.
I think he's 28. He's nowhere around here, and if he jumped on me, it would be okay because he's short. He's a deputy at Riverside County.
Oh, that's cool.
So he doesn't come around very often. And they do a lot of overtime up there. That boy makes some bucks.
Oh, there you go.
And so we don't see a whole lot of him, but we're really happy for him.
Oh,
because he got a house like everybody could live in. But he's got a couple of kids. He's got a little tiny. His children are short like him. Of course, his wife is short too, and so they have two little tiny kids. Both of them very athletic. Play little league baseball, and the boy and the girl. And Ava is in love with country music. And nobody knows where she got that from. Because nobody in my house or that I know of listens to country music. I used to work at a country music station. I don't mind country music, but I don't know where Ava got the influence. They did a karaoke thing at their house on I think, was Ricky's birthday. And she sang country songs.
All right.
And everybody said, Ava, what the heck?
Yeah, speaking of birthdays, we got all our local birthdays too today?
Yeah, we did them all.
We did all of them.
Everybody was on the list.
Making sure we got everybody.
Well, I'm glad you're checking up on me. Yeah, I read everything that's on the list, unless they got some hidden somewhere.
Oh, no.
We got everybody. Even got David and Barbara and their wedding anniversary. So, are we about ready for some news?
News time.
We got that. Well, it's almost time.
Tuning into the baseball game, monitoring the incoming storm, catching your favorite talk show. These are just a few of the reasons more than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio each month. And did you know AM radio is the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times? It's reliable, free, and public safety depends on it. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we are now ready for the world and California news headlines brought to you by Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
CBS News Brief. Officials in Gaza report a third day of violence with at least 27 Palestinians killed on their way to a food distribution site. Reporter Linda Gradstein with Israel's response.
The Army said the troops fired warning shots and after they did not disperse, carried out additional fire next to several suspects. Hamas says dozens of Palestinians were killed, although that could not be verified.
The Egyptian man accused of throwing homemade firebombs at a group in Boulder, Colorado, supporting Israeli hostages, is now facing a federal hate crimes charge. CBS's Anna Schechter.
What they lay out is a very cold-blooded, calculated series of plans that he carried out to a T until the end.
Millions of Americans under air quality alerts as wind continues to carry smoke into the U.S. from Canadian wildfires. CBS Minnesota's Chris Schaefer.
Air quality alert, it's widespread. It goes until about lunchtime on Wednesday before we see some improvement.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
CBS News is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
My name is Sarah Griffin, and I'm the Executive Director of the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As a monthly donor, you can help the Imperial Valley Food Bank purchase food in bulk to meet the growing needs of the more than 25,000 people we serve each month at over 30 locations. Even small monthly gifts can go a long way in helping fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley. Please consider giving monthly by donating online at www.ivfoodbank.org.
California headline news: a suspect accused of killing a Baldwin Park police officer and a civilian and wounding another officer has been identified as 22-year-old Eduardo Roberto Medina Maruman. His neighbor knew him.
He was a hardworking guy, and he was very friendly, so it was a shock that he just snapped out of nowhere, and he did this crazy stuff.
The shooting left 35-year-old officer Samuel Riveros dead. Medina Maruman also wounded in the exchange of gunfire. He's behind bars, facing 2 counts of murder. Family members in Palmdale demanding justice and hate crime charges after a high school student was beaten by a mob at an impromptu rock concert. Video of the attack shows 17-year-old Elijah Green on the ground while 4 people reportedly kick and punch him. His mother speaking out.
We were in the hospital watching the video of someone beating him. No mother should have to watch this or their child being stomped like this.
Some of those attending the concert allege Elijah had touched a woman inappropriately. Gas prices in the state averaging $4.76. Jeff Scott, California News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank, 760-370-0966.
If you're traveling for pleasure or business, don't forget you can take us along. Log on our website, KXORadio.com. News, weather, information you can use, KXORadio.com.
And it's now time for page 1 of the local news, brought to you by El Centro Motors, quick lane tire and auto centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors and in Brawley at the Auto Center, at the Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. With page 1 of the local news, here's Jared.
KXO News. IID Board of Directors meet today. Some directors will attend in person. Others will attend via teleconference from Utah. The meeting begins at 1 p.m. with the Good Samaritan Award presentation. Service awards will be presented to 10 IID employees. The June 2025 Team of the Month will also be recognized. During the meeting, the IID Board is expected to adopt a resolution honoring President Jordan D. Joaquin of the Fort Yuma Quechan Indian tribe. Another resolution may be adopted supporting Carroll Gonzalez Brady for Vice President of ACWA. They will be asked to adopt the Second Amendment to the Salton Sea Species Conservation Habitat Project easement and the First Amendment to the agreement for rediversion of water for the Special Conservation Habitat Project. Following board reports, the directors will close the meeting by going into closed session. And the Brawley City Council will also be meeting today. The meeting starts at 5:30. During the meeting, they will discuss and possibly take action on a City of Brawley policy, which establishes the framework and requirement for holding public hearings and reporting on the city's workforce vacancies and recruitment and retention efforts in compliance with Assembly Bill 2562. Most of the other issues are on the consent agenda, which means they will be adopted without discussion unless an item is pulled from consent. The meeting will be held in the council chambers at 383 Main Street in Brawley. KXO Local News Time, 7:43.
Before you head out on the road, head into El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. Ask for the works. Trained technicians will change the oil using up to 6 quarts of synthetic blend oil. Change the filter, rotate the tires, top off the fluids, check the belts, hoses, battery, and brakes, all for one low price. It's the works at Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, at El Centro Motors, the Imperial Valley Mall, and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
First ever judicial elections in Mexico were held Sunday. Baja California was one of the 19 states in Mexico to vote on judicial issues. The election is expected to transform the country's court system. Just how will not be determined until all the ballots are counted, though. One thing is for sure, predictions of confusion were accurate. Ballots in Baja California were as long as 9 pages, as feared the confusion result in a low voter turnout. Voter turnout was reported at only 13%. New CHP officers. 2 new CHP officers are from Imperial County. They recently graduated from the California Highway Patrol Cadet Training Program. And Dominique Turange is a El Centro native who graduated from Central Union High School in 2017 and studied criminology at IBC. His duty assignment with the CHP is a San Diego area office. Also graduating from the CHP Academy was Jose Angel Monzon of Brawley. He graduated from Brawley Union High School in 2020. He has been assigned to the CHP's Marin area office. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 and the weather is up next.
Page 1 of the local news has been brought to you by El Centro Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you. Has three locations to serve you at the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Services. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment. Always turn off your phone.
The Imperial Local Agency Formation Commission invites residents of Imperial County to apply for alternative public member seat on the commission. Applications can be found at iclafco.com. Deadline for applications is Monday, June 9th at 5 p.m.
And we are now ready for page 2 of the local news and the weather, brought to you by Burgers and Beer, serving the best burgers in town with daily lunch specials Monday through Friday and happy hour 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day. Here again with your local news is Jared.
2 Imperial Valley schools were honored with 2025 California Distinguished Schools, or they were honored as 2025 California Distinguished Schools. State Superintendent of Public Instruction Tony Thurmond recognized Holtville's Pine Elementary School and Ben Holst School in Imperial. The Distinguished Schools program recognizes exceptional schools in 2 categories: those closing the achievement gap and those demonstrating exceptional student performance. The awards ceremony was held Friday in Sacramento. The 2 Imperial Valley schools are among 381 schools recognized statewide. And the Imperial Irrigation District will have a voice on a special panel discussing the American Public Power Association Conference. And Director Alex Cardenas is the second Vice President of the APPA Policymakers Council and is a voting delegate at the conference. Cardenas will participate in the panel discussion, Engaging Your Board in Advocacy. The panel will discuss how elected officials guide and represent their utilities and how they can play a larger role in being ambassadors for their communities. Cardenas addressed the association's annual legislative rally in February, urging the U.S. Congress to prioritize federal investments in the nation's power grid. APPA's Policymakers Council is made up of 40 elected officials from across the nation who advocate for legislative and regulatory priorities in support of public power. And graduation ceremony. Seniors will be graduating all over the county. There will be graduation ceremonies every day this week. There will be multiple ceremonies each day as well. 7 graduation ceremonies scheduled for Wednesday alone. The Imperial County Office of Education, Special Education High School, will graduate their students at 8:45 Wednesday at the IVEC Multipurpose Room. Imperial Avenue Holbrook High School will graduate their students at 4 p.m. at the Imperial High School Multipurpose Room. Aurora High School ceremonies will begin at 4:30 p.m. Wednesday in SDSU Rodney Auditorium. Calipatria High School graduation begins at 8 p.m. at the Veterans Memorial Field. And Central Union High School ceremonies begin at 8 p.m. at Cal Jones Field. Southwest High School graduation begins at 8 p.m. at the Southwest High School football field. And beware, there will be a lot of happy teens celebrating after their individual ceremonies Wednesday night. Have a hard time getting into Denny's. I'll just tell you that. Don't try and get a seat at Denny's because it's going to be packed. Well, maybe. Try it out. It might be good. It's a good place to go after graduation. Oh, yeah. KXO News Time, 7:49. We'll take a look at weather next.
Hungry for the best burger in town or an ice-cold beer? Did you know that Burgers & Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? Get drink specials all day like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our June drink specials include White Claw Mango Mule and White Claw Pineapple Mule and Kona Big Waves for only $4.50. Don't miss our June plate special, the Southwest Carne Asada Burrito. Burgers & Beer, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Open daily starting at 9. Burgers & Beer, for the best burger in town.
The high temperature yesterday, 98 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 70. National Weather Service says scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms this afternoon through tonight across southeast California can be expected. Temperatures quickly rebounding towards normal levels over the next couple of days, then above normal by the weekend. Weather forecast calling for increasing clouds, highs right near 98, southeast winds around 5 miles per hour. 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight, mainly before 10 p.m., partly cloudy skies, overnight lows around 75, south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunny skies, highs right near 98, south winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now we're looking at 78 degrees, 71% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is good throughout the region. Local news, page 2, and the weather brought to you by Burgers & Beer, the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family and meet your friends at Burgers & Beer.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
And it is sports time, brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, combining 2 hospitals to better serve you. In the news, the playoffs, finally, the long drawn-out playoffs, NHL and NBA, are coming to a happy end. We're ready for the Stanley Cup playoffs tomorrow. That's when they get underway. Panthers taking on the Oilers. They're in their quest for Stanley's Cup. NBA playoffs, or the championship series, Pacers at Thunder. That will be on a Thursday. That'll get underway then. It's a series. It's the best out of series. WNBA, they've got a series. The WNBA Commissioner's Cup is underway today. Mystics going against the Fever. Mercury at Lynx, Wings at Storm. Baseball, light schedule. It's next.
Big changes are happening in Imperial Valley. The newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District is paving the way for a healthier future. By uniting El Centro Regional Medical Center and Pioneers Memorial Hospital, we're creating a stronger, more connected healthcare system, one that's built to serve you. Together, we're expanding services, strengthening care, and building a sustainable future for all residents of Imperial Valley. The Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Stronger together. Healthier tomorrow.
And on the Major League Baseball schedule, it was Rockies. Rockies finally won a game. They've won now 10 games. 10-50 is their record. They defeated the Marlins 6-4. The Angels won. They defeated the Red Sox 7-6. Brewers over the Reds 3-2. Tigers all over the White Sox 13-1. Padres and the Giants went 10 innings. Padres came out on top of that one 1-0. Dodgers and the Mets also went 10 innings. Mets came out on top of that one 4-3. And the Twins beat the Athletics by a score of 10-4. At the French Open, Arina Sabalenka is on to the French Open semis. Novak Djokovic is also headed that way. Novak overwhelmed his opponent for his 100th career French Open victory. He's the old man there. It's hard to believe. Coco Gauff is also, she earned her 5th consecutive trip to the French Open quarterfinals with a straight sets victory Monday night, while world number 361. He's ranked 361. Lois Boyson, last remaining French player in the tournament. In the singles draw, she upset 3rd seed Jessica Pegula. So Lois moves on. Jessica goes home. And in golf, on a long day when it seemed everything was going wrong, Cameron Young birdied 3 of his last 4 holes Monday to get into the 5-way playoff, and then made a 12-foot birdie to earn his spot in the U.S. Open in 2 weeks at Oakmont. And Max Homa stood out more than usual Monday in the U.S. Open qualifier. He filled the PGA Tour players. He carried his own bag around the course. Doesn't have a caddy carrying his bag. He did it himself. Didn't do any good. He didn't qualify. Didn't make it. And Oklahoma's magical championship run is over. But just as Texas Tech coach Jerry Glasgow predicted, the Sooners didn't go out easily all the way down to the final pitch. It was the World Series of Softball, the Women's College World Series semifinal. So there you go. That's sports. Sports brought to you by the newly formed Imperial Valley Healthcare District, stronger together and paving the way for a healthier future.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we are now ready for the financial news and weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, business, or construction site 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. U.S. stocks wavered this morning as an OECD warned of economic damage from President Trump's tariffs, putting investors on watch for progress in U.S. trade talks. S&P 500 traded near the flat line, while Dow Jones Industrial Average fell about 0.1%. Tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite was little changed on the heels of an upbeat start to the week for the major gauges. OECD has slashed its outlook for global economic growth, citing the impact of Trump's trade policy on investment and confidence. U.S. economy will slow particularly sharply. The OECD forecast going from a 2.8% growth last year to only 1.6% this year, 1.5% in 2026. And another sign of trade war taking a toll, China's manufacturers suffered their worst slump since 2022 in May. Tariff hikes had an impact on smaller exporters despite the U.S.-China trade truce, a private survey found. Okay, on to the weather. That's next.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in the Imperial Valley and Coachella Valley. The mission has always been to protect your property, whether it's your home, business, or construction site. Your satisfaction is their number one priority. Make that phone call today to protect your property by calling Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 760-970-4500. And don't forget about Southwest Postal, your one-stop shipping center. Plus, they offer you 24-hour mailbox rental located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro.
The high temperature here today, 98 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 70. National Weather Service has scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms this afternoon through tonight across southeast California. Temperatures quickly rebounding towards normal levels over the next couple of days, then above normal by the weekend. Weather forecast calling for increasing clouds, highs right near 98. Southeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. Tonight, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy skies, overnight lows around 75. South the winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunny on Wednesday, highs right near 98. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. And right now, we are looking at 81 degrees, 71% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality is still good throughout the region. Your financial news and weather has been brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal at 4th and Heil in El Centro.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. The stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
And we're coming up on 8 o'clock, CBS News.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO, El Centro, on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile Business Advantage.
I'm Steve Kathan. More than 20 deaths and injuries have been reported at a humanitarian spot in Gaza where aid has been handed out and there has been violence for days. Palestinians accuse Israeli troops of firing on people. Israel says it has fired warning shots. The UN has called for an investigation. CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb.
A CBS News team was at the funeral of Reem Akras, a mother to 8 children who was shot dead on her way to retrieve an aid parcel from GHF. Her young daughter cries over her body, saying, "You went to get us food, Mom. We will never forgive them, Mom. Not in this life or in the next."
2 people still hospitalized after the weekend attack in Boulder, Colorado. 12 people were injured by Molotov cocktails. CBS's Jason Allen reports Mohammed Soliman, an Egyptian national, faces federal and state charges.
He had been planning this attack, authorities say, for possibly up to a year, maybe more. And while they say that he threw 2 of those Molotov cocktails, they also found another 14 more ready to go when they arrested him here at the scene.
The federal prosecutor who oversaw hundreds of capital attack cases resigned over the weekend, and Greg Rosen tells CBS News the Trump pardons for those convicted or facing charges sent a terrible message.
The primary beneficiaries of those pardons were the individuals that judges across the spectrum, appointed by both political parties, had determined were a danger to society. Individuals who were serving real, serious jail time.
Ukraine says it carried out a new strike that damaged a key bridge linking Crimea to Russia. It's the 3rd one of the war on that key supply line. CBS's Charlie D'Agata says there's been no major movement at the negotiating table in recent weeks.
The Russians have put forward a number of proposals, but largely they call on Ukraine giving up a significant amount of territory, even more territory than Ukraine has already lost, even dating back to 2014.
The real estate site Redfin says that people selling homes outnumbered buyers by almost 500,000 last month. CBS's Jill Schlesinger says That should make it a buyer's market, but that's not happening.
A lot of those folks who are selling, they are not so quick to lower their prices. We are seeing some indication they will, but they're sitting on those low mortgage interest rates from 5 years ago, so it's not like a huge issue for them. Redfin believes that this outpacing of sellers from buyers will lower prices just by about 1% by the end of the year.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 49 points. The NASDAQ is ahead 126. This is CBS News.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get the savings you want on America's largest 5G network. Visit T-Mobile.com/choice55 and start saving today.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power Charge that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/55 to learn more. It's 24 monthly bill credits and 2 new lines with autopay for well-qualified customers plus taxes, fees, and $35 per line connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Chargers sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
A 1980s hit song appears to be an earworm for the ages.
Rick Astley's hit from his debut album has just surpassed 1 billion streams on Spotify. The 59-year-old musician says he never could have imagined the song would still be going strong all of these decades later. He credits streaming platforms for allowing a whole new generation access to his music. Never Gonna Give You Up got an unlikely revival in the late 2000s with the Rick-rolling internet meme, a digital prank that used a bait-and-switch move to open a disguised hyperlink that played the song. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Philadelphia Eagles running back Saquon Barkley has been picked as EA Sports cover athlete for Madden NFL 26. His sensational backward hurdle over a defender during a game last season is on the cover. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777, 800-230-2777, or biglou.com.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time.
With George Gale.
Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
AM 1230.
I could have used a little more cowbell.
KXO.
1230.